Government rescue operations have been frustratingly slow, but they aren't necessarily the only option. Brian Stern is chairman and founder of Gray Bull Rescue, a small veteran-led nonprofit that's already been able to get dozens of people out of the region and out of harm's way. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for the work you and your group do. But tell me about the calls you've been getting and the people you've been able to help so far.
We've fielded, my team has fielded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls of all shapes and sizes, from kids on study abroad to two different church groups, pastors from St. Pete, Florida, people visiting parents, people on tourism trips, all kinds of stuff, spring break, all kinds of folks. So, Gray Bull Rescue, our job is to rescue and evacuate American citizens anytime, anywhere. Under any circumstances. These circumstances are pretty tough, but really and truly, this is not the hardest thing we've done. We just completed our 805th mission. So this is kind of what we're good at. We've done hundreds of missions in the Middle East over time, in Israel and Lebanon and Syria and Gaza and even in Iran. So we're limited really by funding. As a nonprofit, we're only able to do so much within the confines of our financial resources. So if people need help, they can go to graybullrescue.org. That's where you can go to request an evacuation, and we'll come for you. That's also where people can go to donate and help us out, because airplanes cost money, buses cost money, everything costs money.
I'm wondering, in terms of danger and complexity, how does this compare to other rescue operations that you've done?
Each of these war zones have their own kind of flavor to them. This one is very unique. Because it's so wide. Normally, there's a country that's being held at risk where the airspace is closed or getting attacked or what have you. It's Russia attacking Ukraine or a hurricane in Jamaica, or it tends to be very singular. The operating environment tends to be one country with contested airspace or contested borders or conflict or what have you. That's very much what we're used to. At present, we're doing operations in multiple countries that have closed airspace, complicated borders, and taking missile fire and drone attack and the rest. So the scope, the scope and the stretch that we're having to make just in sheer geography is a very different kind of experience than what we've done in the past.
Understanding how many calls that you're getting and the limitations you have on financial resources, I was thinking about an amazing quote I read from you, that rescues are not war zone Uber. If you're calling us, you've had a very bad day. How do you even decide who you can help and who you can't?
It's very simple. Our litmus test is when somebody calls us for help, it's are you an American? Yes or no. As long as you say yes, we spike. We get that's pretty much it. We also ask, have you asked anybody else for help? And invariably the answer is yes, and we couldn't find any. That's usually to the embassy or the State Department or whoever. And then also we're again limited by funding. There's only so that we could rescue every single person that registered with us, except for I can't afford it. So as long as funding holds out, we'll continue to run buses and airplanes and helicopters and boats and all the different things that we do. But they're not our boats, they're not our airplanes, they're not our helicopters, they're not our buses. We charter these things. My team and I have been forward deployed a lot. We got here the day after the Ayatollah got killed, straight from Mexico during the cartel war, rescuing Americans there. So we're stretched a little thin financially, but it's not a capability issue. It's a resource problem.
I can't say enough about the looks on the faces of the folks who are on that bus. You sent us some photos, and clearly you can see the joy and the relief that they may finally look. Thank you. They're all saying that they're finally getting home. So thanks to you and all the folks who work with you for the work that you do. I'll say it from here, although I'm sure you hear it every day from the folks who you're helping directly. Brian Stern, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having us. Please donate, everybody. We need your help.